Welcome to the Continuous Improvement Lab. This is Season 4, Episode 35. This whole season, we're diving into thoughtful debate and really breaking down the core elements of management, operations systems to help you boost your team's performance. And today we're tackling a seriously powerful tool for building a true culture of accountability.
But before we jump in, I just have to give a huge shout out to our incredible global community. Seriously, thank you. We have listeners tuning in from 47 different countries, and on top of that, so many students in China accessing our content from the case study website. We are just so grateful to have you all here. And hey, speaking of support, here's a quick, easy way you can help us out. Right now, less than 23% of you listening are actually subscribed. So if you're getting value from these explainers, do me a favor and hit that subscribe or follow button. It makes a massive difference with the streaming algorithm so we can keep bringing you these insights. And if you could, please share this with maybe 10 friends or colleagues who you think would get something out of it. Also, just a quick reminder that everything we talk about here really complements the concepts in our business playbooks, Shift Happens, and the newly released Culture by Design, Power by Discipline, Volume 1. They are fantastic resources, and you can grab them on Amazon and other online bookstores in the US, the UK, Canada, Europe, Japan, and Australia. Okay, let's dive in. I want you to think about this for a second. We all spend so much time designing processes, writing out these perfect procedures. But here's the real question. Are they really being followed on the ground? Day in, day out? You know, that space between the process we wrote and the process that's actually happening? That's what we call the accountability gap. And it's a killer. It leads to inconsistent results, quality issues that never seem to go away. To really see how to fix this, let's look at a case study from a company called Ironclad Manufacturing. So what was their solution? They implemented this incredibly powerful system called a Layered Process Audit, or LPA for short. Now, I know what you're thinking. Another audit, another checklist. But no, this is totally different. It's a dynamic system that gets multiple layers of leadership actively involved in checking that standards are actually being met. And that layered part is the secret sauce. It means everyone has a role to play. You've got your team leads doing quick checks every single day. Then the supervisors come in for more detailed reviews each week. The plant manager does a broader audit monthly. And yep, even the executives get on the floor for quarterly assessments. They're all checking the same core processes, just reinforcing them from different viewpoints. So back at Ironclad, this system was built to solve a massive problem for them: inconsistency between shifts. You know how it is. One shift is super disciplined, the next is kind of loosey-goosey. And that inconsistency was just wrecking their output and their quality. The LPA system was designed to change all of that. And get this, the results were fast. In just 3 months, Ironclad saw a 14% improvement in teams actually following the daily routines. That's a huge leap in discipline, right where the work gets done. And that new discipline, it went straight to the bottom line. They saw a 16% reduction in process deviations. These are the very errors that were causing quality headaches and production bottlenecks. So what does that mean? Fewer mistakes and much more consistent, reliable output. I mean, you can really see the transformation here. It's dramatic. Before they brought in LPAs, following the process was pretty much hit or miss. Afterwards, it just became the way things were done. And this wasn't about punishing people. It was about creating a system of reinforcement that made doing the right thing the easy thing. But you know, the impact went way beyond just the numbers on a spreadsheet. The entire company culture started to change. Employees felt a much stronger sense of ownership when they saw their leaders out on the floor, actually engaged. Problems got spotted and solved faster, and executives, they finally got a clear, unfiltered view of the real challenges happening day to day. And here's the really cool part. Even though this idea was born on the factory floor, the principles of layered accountability are so versatile. We're seeing organizations in completely different industries adapting this model to drive discipline and performance. Because that core benefit, it translates everywhere. In manufacturing, of course, it's about process adherence. But in engineering, it's about cutting down on those costly project overruns. And in a service industry, it's all about delivering a more consistent, high-quality experience for the customer. And the data absolutely backs this up. According to the Lean Enterprise Institute, organizations that properly implement LPAs see, on average, a 21% increase in process adherence. That is a massive lift in operational discipline across the board. Take engineering, for example.
We all know how easily big projects can go off the rails. Well, a report from Deloitte found that engineering teams using these layered audits cut their project overruns by 14%. That means more projects finishing on time and on budget.
And this even affects your customers directly. McKinsey found that service teams using LPAs to check their client protocols see a 13% jump in customer satisfaction scores. Why? It's simple, really. Consistency builds trust. So, if you take away just one thing today, let it be this. Layered process audits are so much more than a compliance tool. They are a culture-building machine. The whole conversation shifts from, hey, did you follow the rule? To, how can we work together to make this process even better? It's about engagement, not enforcement. So, I want to leave you with a question to take back to your own team. Think about it. If you could get every level of your leadership, from the front line to the C-suite, to check on just one critical process, what would it be? What's that one thing that if everyone did it consistently, would have the biggest possible impact? If this sparked some ideas and you want to dig a little deeper, our website, carsoninovations.com, is a great place to start. And you should also check out our other podcast, The Systems Thinkers Show, and find more great content on our YouTube channel, Karas Innovations Group. And finally, a huge and special thanks to our executive producer and founder, Linear Johnson, for making all of this possible. Thanks so much for tuning in.